And I'm back with more Dragon Quest VII. I got my books in, but the problem is I've got other shit to do, like making up ground in this game, which haven't had for a couple of days. Because I was focusing on Danganronpa yesterday, and it was hot as shit. So anyway, got Ashes from Soul Hackers 2 and Final Fantasy 12. Anyway, we're going to a new region. So let's fucking go. We've also got our moonlighting jobs. So we've got 2 proficiencies at once. Hardlypool! Let's go! Cool. So I found out they announced Dragon Quest XII Beyond Dreams yesterday. They said they scrapped a whole bunch of stuff. They were going to call it Flames of Fate, and then they changed their mind. Like, it sucks, but at the same time I realize that's what happens sometimes. I guess they were going to go darker than they normally do with Dragon Quest, and it's like, you don't have to go super dark with Dragon Quest. You can go dark enough. Because I think, like, Dragon Quest V and the second half of 11 is as dark as you should get. Ooh, yay. Man, he's already up to finishing Shepherd. That's kind of neat. Or he's close. But, like, if they were like, yeah, we'll do the Final Fantasy 16 thing and go darker and do that, and then it didn't work out, and they were just like, scratch it and do, like, it sucks, but it's not the worst thing to realize, like, your stuff isn't gonna work, and you just gotta... Okay, Focus Strike is nice. Alright, specific song, sleep to an entire group of enemies. Ugh. Cool. Like, yes, it's frustrating to find out that, hey, we've been working on this thing, and it's not up to our standards, we don't really want it. But I made the point that Dragon Quest works because it's kind of the same every single time, barring the instances where they've done side games and spin-offs, like the Dynasty Warriors one or the whatever. Wait a minute. Huh. Yeah, because over... This is where the map says, but... I guess this is what they meant. Okay, let's just go in here. Ah, fuck you! But if you realize that going into it, that just something about it is not working, like, I don't have a problem with you spending time and realizing, yeah, this isn't gonna work. Like, yeah, there's you should just make the thing you're gonna make and don't worry about the consequences. But, like, if you're trying to make Dragon Quest XII a mainline game, this really weird amalgamation of things like 16 was, like, Final Fantasy 16 worked to an extent, but, like, it doesn't feel like Final Fantasy. Soothing song. Okay. So, like, I can respect it, you know, because they did the same thing with how Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was made early, or how Final Fantasy Versus 13 turned into 15. Like, yeah, in the end it was all cobbled together and it wasn't perfect, but cut your losses if you know it's not gonna work. I'll at least respect you for admitting it was kind of a mistake. because you're allowed to make mistakes. If you feel that the game that you're gonna make is gonna be a pile of shit, well, don't release a pile of shit. Because that's gonna reflect badly. I mean, it's true that Dragon Quest XII could end up still sucking. I get that. But it's a brand. You don't want to do damage to a brand more so than, oh, we spent a couple years trying to do something, it didn't really work out, so let's just make something that's more in line with what we're doing than anything else. That's fine. If you realize that the game you're making is not the game that is gonna sell or isn't gonna work, then don't. You're allowed to take whatever chances you want, but you also gotta remember it's a Dragon Quest game, right? There are certain expectations, and something like this, or something like the recent remakes that sold 4 million copies between the first 3 games. There is an audience for experimentation. That's what Final Fantasy does. But there's an audience for making things that everybody knows. If you're going to experiment, do it with spin-off games or make a new fucking IP. If you're going to make a mainline video game in a franchise which has years of stuff, do quality of life enhancements. Like, look at all of this. Like, all of this stuff. None of the stuff here was ever in any of the early Dragon Quest games that I can remember. Encounters on the field didn't happen until Dragon Quest IX. But the gameplay, like, mostly, like, vocational stuff was Dragon Quest III. Turn-based battles, that's been there since the beginning. Like, the goofy puns, all that stuff. You know, the D&D-esque, let's go to a place and do the thing, the one-shots, and then go to another place and do a thing. Those are what Dragon Quest have set in stone, and unless you're convinced that, hey, we're going to change it, and it's going to be the best thing ever, and it's going to do everything you ever wanted, you're just going to alienate a lot of people, right? So don't change for the sake of change. Change subtle things here and there, and people will probably not recognize that you've been changing all this time. You know, the early Final Fantasy games never felt the same, but they've had so much development, they've tried forever. I prefer, like, if you're gonna make a sea change, do like the Ys or the Castlevania games did, where it spent like 4 or 5 games doing a style, then they switched to a different style, but they were still good, but they wanted to change it, so they did, but it still, at the end of the day, felt like from the ground up the same franchise that you've been doing. Or Zelda. Zelda's allowed to change. They went from like the first few Zelda games to the Ocarina of Time style, and then went to the Breath of Wild style. I'm not going to begrudge them for that. They're not my type of games after a while, but they're still, at the end of the day, a Zelda game. Like, I could tell you what a Zelda game is in 5 seconds. I couldn't tell you the difference between a Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 7, because they change all the time, and more so how they've changed all the time. So if Dragon Quest is like, yeah, we'll do a Hyrule Warriors thing one time, but it's not like Dragon Quest 12, you know? Okay, advise tourists. Okay, spend the night there. Oh, well, that's nice of you. I think you can see my point. Like, Dragon Quest is a brand, and if you think that something's not gonna work out, you don't have to force your way to change just because you're in development. If you're gonna force a change, force it because you believe in it from the ground up. It sounded to me like they went so far and then didn't really believe in it, or something didn't work and they changed it. And yeah, that screws up movies and you know, music stuff all the time, but Like, if you don't believe in something, don't do it.
Now.
Oh, hello there. I'm the mayor of Hardlypool. I suppose you think it's rather unusual for an old lady like myself to hold that position, no? Well, it's very gracious of you to say so. Well then, you're tourists. I trust you've had a good look. Jolly good. Then I suppose you must have noticed that tunnel in the mountains. Unfortunately, we don't have an inn or anything like that. Would you like to spend the night? It's no trouble. Because if this was an ongoing thing, like every Dragon Quest game went through this, that'd be one thing. But this is like the first time they've really had that. Come on! You can't spend all day in bed, you know. You also can't keep talking about how Final Fantasy sucks because it's been a different game for 25 years. Get up! Stop talking about it! Something funny's going on outside. You need to look. See, Maribel shut me up. See? I'm willing to say the same thing over and over. But again, I'm a hardliner.
Hey!
Of course, I'm gonna believe that a game should be the same. So, yeah, whatever. I will say, a lot of the frustration on the early footage is just because the main character looks fucking high. He does look like a villain, but, I mean, it's probably gonna be a minor thing in the grand scheme of things. That's kind of low-hanging fruit. Even if it is the main character, him looking kind of goofy doesn't matter because they don't speak. He's the least important thing about the Dragon Quest game. Do you have the slimes? Do you have the puns? Do you have the characters? Do you have the villages? Do you have the towns? Do you have the Monster King? Do you have the demons? Do you have the whatevers? Do you have all Trades Abbey? Do you have all the, you know, turn-based battle stuff? Him looking like he's high, or this guy looking like Link if he put on a sock on his head, which is what Link does already, but a darker green sock, like, it's not going to be that big a difference. I think Dragon Quest will be just fine. Something's amiss. Okay. Dragon Quest will be just fine. No! Boo! See? Dragon Quest will be fine, unlike these people, who won't be fine. Empathy. Oh yeah, passes empty. Okay. Send a toxic token of affection. Ooh. Alright. Boost your attack power. Muscle Dance. Boost the power of physical attacks. Hymn of Air. Bring one ally to the fore. More likely to be attacked. I mean, that'd be good for the if I get the next guy. Charm Cha-Cha. No, it's probably not gonna work. I found out Charm actually heals characters more the more you have it, and has an inborn chance of, like, ingrained, that's what I meant, not inborn, ingrained chance of causing them to lose a turn. But, yeah, more often than not, I'm not going to use status effects. Because that stuff will happen. Ow! But if I can do that kind of damage, I don't care what you do. So yeah, me being a hardliner about a VII game, I mean, how's that any different from what I normally am? I'm not saying anything I don't already say, so. I mean, look, if Dragon Quest 12 sucks, which, like, what's the worst Dragon Quest has ever been? Like, not as good as the other ones? That's still batting like a B+ average. Oh, she paralyzed a dude. Sweet. Or even a B-. It's like a Marvel movie. Like, they're never bad, you know? Like, until we get a game that's, like, actually terrible, which I don't think any Dragon Quest game has ever been. Yay! I can trust them. Anyway, not so much-o. Also, I do not like how Big Guy is standing there. That's a golem. That's bad. That ain't gonna work. I do like that they tell you it's the status effects are probably not gonna work on a dude. That is another thing that is kind of neat. And that's another thing that wouldn't have happened in other Dragon Quest games. They would just tell you, nah, fuck you. Status effects, fuck you. Or, here's a status effect actually fucking works. At least this game is kind of like, yeah, give it a shot. Damn, that hits hard.
All in a day's work.
Yeah, just have her keep using that. Holy shit. I wasn't even trying to make her a damage dealer. Yeah, boom. Cool, now she can say boom. Or she could say bang by mistake. Hey, hello. Uh-oh. Mage's Rage or Encore? Mage's Rage. Eat shit, bitches. Alright, Frizzle. Frizzle, frizzle, bang, bang. I'm gonna regret not keeping Mirabelle in the party as soon as Mervin shows up, aren't I? Ow! Well, at least you hurt yourself. I don't like that you're not dead yet. There.
That was easy.
Yay! Oh my god. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, Glockenspiel. Like, I'm learning these things really freaking fast. Something tells me they changed it because in the early game you couldn't do anything. And this is on normal settings, so they probably boosted it anyway. Wait, what's this? Gray Fragment and Silver Fragment. Ooh. Oh yeah, I couldn't do the Silver Fragment thing. I can do the Gray Fragment. I can do the Gold Fragment, but I gotta keep them. I'm making noise because I'm making noise. I don't know. I didn't talk much during the Danganronpa one. I'm just kind of... I'm frazzled. Or frizzled. Or whatever. Glockenspiel. Keep the user safe from harm after slamming. I mean, that might do damage. I don't know. Seed of Life. Hooray. Actually, you know what? Sure. It's pretty obvious Ruff has the most HP. Just I was gonna force it, but no, it's looking more like that's not the case here. Okay, went through there. Aha. Okay, so I need to go up to the bottom, or the bottom left or the top right. I don't know where to go. Uh-oh. They're sleeping. I'm gonna leave them. Or not. Man. Why did you have to bother me? Why did you have to bother me? Blunt. Damn it! Yes, that ain't gonna work. Ow! And he's poisoned. Well, you suck. I gotta say, poison's not all that great. It's more so the damage that she's doing. There we go. Alright, they're nothing. Ooh! Starburst Oh, dude. Do I Oh, wait, do I need a boomerang or a fan for that? Alright, hymn of light is good. Strength ring, I don't need that, but thank you. Rain down sparkling stars on all. Ow! Nice. That's pretty nice. Head east for Wetlock. No, there's a. There's a bunch of mud guys. They're splitting on C. Where's the. Aha! Hello! Oh, you. The lip service. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No! Ugh. Okay, this is a problem. Oh, goody. You're mesmerized and you're stuck. That's lovely. Okay, that ain't gonna work. Ow! Wait a minute. Why is Ruff taking the damage? Is he taking the damage because he's... Ow. Well, that's annoying. Oh, it's because he's technically an enemy now. That explains it. I can't be fucking around then.
My gratitude.
Ow!
Oh, cheers.
There we go.
What a dream,
Crap.
guys.
Crap! Oh yeah, you tried to bonk me? Ah! This is bad. Ow! Well, you got your MP back at least. Ow! Shit.
Up around.
Okay. Poisoned one of them. It's not really helpful, but... This is bad. This could be a problem. Okay, you're back to normal. I'm not confused. I'm in trouble. Ow. Poked me. I do not like this.
What was I thinking?
I don't know. No, stop it.
Here comes the heat.
God, that's so much damage. Stop it. There. Ow. Crap. Crap. Ooh.
Come on, Ruff. Phew.
Ow. Ah! I like that they don't do much damage. Stop it! How are you not dead? Stop it. This is getting annoying. There, got rid of one. That'll help.
Thank you.
Ow! Eh. Bah. Ow. Damn it. Yeah. Okay, the reaction. See, that's part of the fun is the reactions in this. Alright, you're fucking dead. Oh! Ow! God. Oh! Alright, get rid of... Start getting rid of them. It started to work. Yay! Oh god, I learned Zing. I hate that, but thank you. I also learned Whack, which is probably not gonna work. Starburst Throw. Man, I'm loving it. I'm loving that everybody gets to do a thing. I don't know if Lip's Heart is the best thing for Aisha. Especially when I got 19 charm, 20 charm. I mean, I can check. Charm is significantly increased at the start of battle. Attack power and magical might are significantly reduced. I don't know. I mean, a lot of her stuff is going to be charm-based, but still. What about the spells that aren't? That does worry me a bit. God! Fucker. Oh, you're all in a row. Never mind. You're so fucking dead. Ow!
That was easy.
Okay. Alright, yeah, let's just go over here. That fight sucked. Spitting on C. I think the best thing to do... Or... Is it Spilton? It's Spilton. It's fine. Saving is probably the best thing to do right now. I need to get to work. So, yeah. What time is it? Yeah, perfect, actually. I get to work. So I shall see you next time. Hooray!